Thank you for subscribing. Let's analyze what the stock market did today, Thursday, March 3, 2022. Let's start with the S&P 500. This is a daily chart. I'm going to do the negatives first. Negative, it tried to get above the 20-day moving average, the pink line, and it failed, dipping below, closing way below that. So that was a big negative. The fact that it tried and it failed, that is a big negative. Positives, it is still above the 10-day moving average, the red line, and the blue line, the 5-day moving average. And still above this pivot point, this green zone here, 43.90. That was yesterday's low. So that's the level that I'll be watching tomorrow. If it dips below that, that would give me a sell short signal. Going long, the only way I would go long really is only if it pushes above the 200-day moving average, this level up here. For tomorrow, even if it pushes above the 20-day moving average, I don't think I will buy, because that would be my entry point. That would mean my entry point will be very close to this red zone, very strong resistance. I'll be going up against these pivot points and the 200-day moving average, so I don't think the risk to reward is there. Therefore, shorting looks more attractive. That would be a dip below this level. This could be somewhat of a strong support. I'm aware of that. So I can either start shorting here and add to my position here, or if I really want to be very conservative, not aggressive, I can just wait until it dips below 40, what is that, 42.90. But we'll see. We'll play session by session, but dipping below 43.20, that's a big negative. It will be down at that point. It will be below all these moving averages. Now let's analyze the Nasdaq 100. This one, similar intraday patterns to the S&P 500. Very negative day. Let me do the negatives first. It gapped up right around the 20-day moving average, the pink line, and it failed. So that's a big negative, big sell off, closing at the 10-day moving average. Now is below the 5-day moving average. So conclusion, the big negative was a fact that it tried to get above the 20-day moving average, declining to 20-day moving average, and it failed. Positives, it is still above this pivot point. What's the level? 13,900. Still the same setup. Pushes above 14,400, and that will give me a buy signal. If it dips below this level here, that will give me a signal to sell short. Which way is it going to play out? I don't know. But like I said, I do not want to participate anything between this level and this level. I'll just wait for a breakout out of this range up here or down here. But this one is not looking good. Now the Dow Jones Industrial Average, this one didn't do much today. Still trading around the 10-day and the 5-day moving averages. So you can really conclude anything, not positive, not negative, kind of neutral. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but this pattern doesn't look good. I think if I have to guess, I think it wants to go down. The Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, negatives. It reversed yesterday's positive action, closing near the lows, and now below all the moving averages. Positives, it is still holding that level. What level? Around 33.25. was able to bounce off of that for a quick bounce right before the close. So that's the level that I'll be watching tomorrow. Maybe small chance that if we end up opening higher tomorrow, say around this area, and then dips below that level, this level here, today's low, that might give me a sell signal, sell short signal. To the upside, same level that I've been watching for the last few trading sessions, pushes above the 200-day moving average, that green line, and that will give me a buy signal. That means it would have to get above the 20-day moving average, that pivot point 34.50, to finally be able to get above that 200-day moving average. We'll see which way it wants to go tomorrow. I'm thinking it looks like it wants to continue going down. Now for the Russell 2000 Iwm Etf, this one, the negatives, the open was a high of the day, so big sell off. At 205 pivot point is becoming very important. For the negatives, it is still above that 199 pivot point. It is still above these moving averages. So tomorrow, I'll say it will be very important. I don't think we'll be trading inside this range. We'll see if it wants to break out to the upside or the downside. Up here, this will be a very strong pivot point, 205. Right above that is a descending 50-day moving average, so that would be very strong resistance. If that happens, that will be the first time in many weeks that it will be touching the 50-day moving average. So expect it to act as very strong resistance. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Remember to always have a plan and always execute your plan. Thanks for stopping by.